My name is Doreen Foxwell. Welcome to today's Kids Yoga Meets Astrology and the full moon in Leo. Today is a full moon. It's happening in less than an hour from now. Right now it's almost 8 a.m. And this full moon is definitely a different energy, a different feel. This full moon is called the full moon in Leo, and Leo the lion. We love Leo the lion. And it brings with it a lot of internal type of power. Think of lions and think of when they roar, how the energy almost comes all the way up through them to roar. And so we teach a fun lion's breath, which is actually you sit on your knees and you bring your claws up and you breathe in and stick out your tongue and go. And this is actually a great one to do during cold and flu season so that you can get any phlegm out or any, if you have a sore throat, it helps your sore throat feel better. But I'm actually here in front of my giant grid I made with crystals. And I used every single crystal heart I have for this grid. And I personally love crystals and I love hearts. Hearts are one of my favorite things. One of the reasons I love it is because it makes me feel peaceful, and hearts represent love. And that is what this full moon is representing actually. A full moon in Leo, Leo, the zodiac sign, is a zodiac sign that if you're a Leo, you have one of the kindest, most generous hearts out there. And so Leos are known for having a big heart and for their generosity and for their love. And it just so falls, this full moon falls a day or two before Valentine's Day, which hence we have some Valentine's deco up for the kids' classes we might do. But in the meantime, I also love the power of using cards. And I like to use oracle cards or angel cards. And so I have 4 different cards from 4 different decks that I pulled before this full moon, yesterday and the day before. And it was very interesting to me because the very first card I pulled was Love and Accept Yourself. Valentine's Day, all about love, but usually it's about showing your love for others. But for some people, if you don't love yourself first, how can you show love for others? Or for the people that show love for others, they give and give and give and give, and then they have nothing left for themselves. So love and accept yourself first. And then the second card I pulled, oh, and by the way, if you want to know what decks that they are, this deck is a Kyle Gray deck, which I love. Kyle Gray, Angel Prayers. This deck is the newest Moonology deck, and it was a moon card, of course, that says transformation. And we are actually entering the time of transformation this year. Transformation kind of falls hand in hand with a full moon, but also this is the year of the snake in Chinese astrology, and the snake is shedding its old skin and transforming into new. So I found that very interesting that the Moonology card I pulled was transformation. Then the next card I pulled was another Kyle Gray day, Keepers of the Light. And this card, I know it's probably far for you to see, but it's called Hilarion or Divine Healing. This actually fits in the Pisces season. It is all about healing. And so that made a lot of sense, especially when the last card I pulled before I was going to do this crystal grid was the Heart and Soul deck by Karen, and it's Gift Me with Healing. So we have 2 healing cards, almost 3 really if you feel the love and accept, and we have 1 moon card. And so these are another way, card decks, that you can utilize your card decks. Maybe you want to call it a quote-unquote ceremony. Maybe you want to use it like I do for full moons or new moons. But this full moon in the sign of Leo is a great time for healing. It's a great time to work on your heart and make sure you're loving yourself first and taking care of yourself and eating right. And the last thing I want to just do is take a quick look at my notes because there's so much going on with this full moon and all the planets and all the energy. I didn't want to forget anything. I rarely will bring my notes into this. But another thing is you have to look at this full moon and think about what are you willing to release. When it's a full moon, it's when you release something, you let go of something. And if you don't let it go of yourself, the universe is going to have it get out of your life for you. And that's usually a bigger lesson. And so think about in your life, what do you need to let go of? And it could be anywhere and anything. Now, how does all of this pertain to your children? Well, I'll tell you how. You will know, based on their emotional body, how the moon is affecting them. And just keep that in mind with your children this week. They're going to be very emotional. It's going to be very important for them to feel love. So no matter what they do or what they've done, you want them to feel love. And here's your heart chakra for your love. And my friends, that is today's Kids Yoga Meets Astrology, or our crystal grid for the full moon. If you can get outside, it's happening at around 8:56, I believe, or 8:53, 8:56 a.m. Eastern time. I know for me, I won't be able to see it. I haven't seen the moon in 2 days, but when I saw it leading to the full moon, it was beautiful, big full moon. Namaste. Have a great yoga day. Happy full moon.